Get ready for a real treat. On this episode of World in America, welcome the Mongolian Americans. Take in a glimpse of their culture and learn what's being done to keep their traditions alive. It's all coming up right now, faster than you can say Ulaanbaatar.
We Mongolians usually say, "Зуун төгрөгтэй байснаас зуун нөхөртэй байсан дээр," which means it's far better to have 100 friends than to have $100. So it means being in a vast area, in a remote vast area, money doesn't mean anything.
Hello, World in America!
Mongolian Americans are people who trace their origins back to Mongolia. Located between China and northeast Russia, it may be the least crowded country on Earth. Most of the population now lives in cities, like the capital, Ulaanbaatar, but 40% still enjoy a nomadic lifestyle out on the steppes. Don't let the rough landscape fool you. Mongolians are renowned for their hospitality, as well as their ancient and cosmopolitan culture. Their society embraces with equal measure Tibetan Buddhism, local tradition, a love for music, horse riding, and fine art. Here in the United States, Mongolian Americans are largely well-educated people with a keen eye for the future. Get to know their story better when World in America comes right back.
Nice to meet you. We say in Mongolia, "Тантай танилцахад маш таатай байна."
Mongolian Americans are determined to work and to make their own future.
The thing I like the most about US is the education I get.
Every school studied Russian language. We didn't learn English.
They are very much conscious for human rights and democracy.
The message to American people is simple. Thank you very much.
Today, nearly 20,000 people of Mongolian descent live in the United States. A small number perhaps, but by all signs, a community that's growing. Already at home in places as far-flung as Virginia and California, many got their start here only recently.
First Mongolian people came to America in big numbers in the 90s. They were eager to study and to get acquainted with American culture and science. Mongolians got acquainted with Americans much earlier, to be precise, in the end of 19th century.
Most Mongolian Americans are immigrants and their children, part of a wave that began in the 1990s. Their arrival, however, wasn't the first to this country.
Historical documents saying Mongolians considered American people friendly and generous. Diplomatic relations were established in 1987. And then soon after that, Mongolia joined, embarked on the path of democracy and market economy. Then we adopted new constitution, democratic constitution, which gave its citizens the right to move foreign countries free from any hurdles and difficulties. Each and everybody were given passports, and if one afforded to buy tickets, they were easy to go foreign countries.
Mongolia's turn to democracy in 1992 brought many changes, including the right to travel abroad. In the past 16 years, thousands have set out for America, eager to do business or for education. Like other newcomers, they soon find out that life in the land of opportunity comes with its own challenges.
I came to the United States in 1998. I think it's been 9 years since then. My initial goal of coming to the United States was very naive because I was going to stay in America for 3 months, and my goal was to learn English. And I was so naive that I believed that I was going to learn English within 3 months.
Learning the language is often just the beginning.
I didn't learn that well to right away speak to any Americans or English-speaking people. And when I came here and when I was walking with my husband on the street, someone would pass and they would smile and say hi to me.
So you see, 9 years later, I'm still here learning English.
Some people who came here without knowing English, they need to pick up English, to polish it, and to start their careers. It takes them a bit longer time. But who have good education and language proficiency, they are more successful.
But when I came to America, I don't know why, but I got so homesick. I was just like to ask myself what I'm doing here. I miss my home so much, my wife, my kids. Oh man, it's first time I felt like, I called back my home. I spoke with my wife. I was like, I miss you.
It was very strange to me that strangers would say to you hi and smile to you. I was like, wow, do I know this person? Or do you know that person? I would ask my husband, and in Mongolia we don't do that.
I called back my home and I told my wife, well, my English is not improving well. It's like this, either you come, join me, and then I learn English, or I cannot be alone here, just myself. Long time, I cannot handle it anymore. I want to go back home. So my wife, she came after me like after 9 months.
And you also start smiling to people. You just say hi, or even you don't know. And it's really, really nice, open-minded.
Some customs are more different than others.
In America, irrespective of age, people talk to one another as equal.
And here, when you just refer to a person, you always say you. But in Mongolia, if you're talking to an elder person, a person who's older than you, you refer to them as ta. And when you're talking to a person who's younger than you, you just say chi, or you just say chi.
Of course, those here to stay manage to do so smoothly. And what they like most about America is its openness and diversity. It's not hard to see why. Now in kitchens and classrooms, at concerts and live venues, Mongolian culture is finding a voice in America.
So today I'm going to be talking about the Marunghor.
Marunghor, that means horse-headed fiddle.
Traditional instrument from Mongolia, and as you can see here, it has two strings, and each string has a lot of strings inside it. It contains a lot of strings, and you play with this bow, and it's very traditional. And there's this legend about the Marunghor, like how it was made a long time ago, and it goes like, well, there was this man who had a really beautiful horse. It was like magical, and it had like wings, and it was Snow White. And one day, well, his wife killed the horse, so he felt really bad, and before he buried his horse, he cut his tail off, and he carved his horse's head out of wood and put it on top, and made the strings and the bows out of the horse's tail, and played it. So when you play the Marunghor, it sounds like a horse is galloping.
The Mongolian Cultural Center is just a newly organized organization 2 years ago. So our goal is to introduce the American people Mongolian culture, and also to keep Mongolian culture in the Mongolian new generation here. we are kind of busy organization. We are doing every month 3 events. It's monthly 3 events. So one event is called Mongolian Studies Lecture Series. So it's the lectures in Mongolian language, and with the English translation is about Mongolian studies and Mongolian history. Another one is Mongolian Hour. It's dedicated to American people who are interested in Mongolia. So there are still many people who are interested in Mongolia, but they cannot learn cannot Mongolian language and cannot study about Mongolian culture. So this Mongolian Hour is dedicated for them. And every month we have this one theme. So this month's theme was Mongolian Clothes.
Mongolians everywhere take special pride in their clothing. The inspiration of kings and Hollywood directors, their traditional garments blend function and symbol. The variety of coats, boots, and hats reflect the many turns of Mongolian weather. Even the tiniest details can tell a story.
Because they didn't have any plastic or any other types of buttons, they used this rope, knot rope to make this button. So this particular, actually there are 2 types. This particular type is used to decorate the top of their hat. It's the same knot that they use to make the button, but what it makes it different is the top part that stands out, and they put it on top of the hat, and you can see it right here on top of people's hats. And the other, this is the exact same knot as this one, but this one is used as a button to put the pieces of date together.
Bring the remaining end of the thread, the other end of the thread, and do the same thing against the clock, all the way around, and push it through the hole in the center.
Mongolian cuisine is no less meaningful or satisfying. Rich in meat and dairy, mastered on the open steppe, recipes like these still bring nourishment and enjoyment.
Okay, I'm cooking now hoshor. This is one of the traditional Mongolian food. First of all, we need to chop the meat. Usually you can get ground beef from the store. Mongolians like to chop the meat by hand because food gets softer and yummier. After that, you need to make a dough with water and flour. So you make flour this consistent, and then after that you just roll it. Roll your flour in a round shape, and then put meat in the middle. I put in it some garlic, onions, pepper and salt, and just a little touch of water. And you need a little press it, give a press to get the air out. One by one we're frying all of them. Check on it now. We are now, when it's get now brown, golden brown. I think it's ready now.
Fast and hearty, dishes like kushur serve well, even on a hectic Wednesday. Sharing them as a family is just one way Mongolian Americans stay grounded in their culture. Find out more when World in America returns. Home is a natural place to pass on one's heritage, but sometimes it takes a bit of formal teaching to reach the next generation.
My name is Inkush and I go to the Mongolian School in Arlington, Virginia.
Well, this school established year of 2005.
It's important to know your culture because you need to know who you are and you need to like pass it down to your kids and like on and on, you know what I mean?
My assistant principal, Niam Sureng, and I thought about that preserving our Mongolian culture in Arlington community area.
My name is Inksaya and I go to Mongolian School. I've been going to Mongolian School about almost 2 or 3 years.
And we noticed that our children is losing their background and their heritage, so we thought that we really need to have a school.
I've been here a long time and I'm almost forgetting my own language, so I need to go to school and learn about it and know how to write it and spell it and learn the history.
Schools like this one run on the weekend and give classes in Mongolian language, art, and history. Family-focused and volunteer-supported, it's a model that's worked for many communities.
We went to the Arlington Public Schools to ask if they could help us out, like where we should operate our schools, and they granted us the Wilson School building. So since then, 2007 January, we started our school officially.
And my name is Gon, the basketball lover and fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers rock, you know that?
We teach special curriculum because those Mongolian children who are Mongolians, but still their mind is more Americanized.
All right.
I teach here for culture, which is Mongolian culture and custom, what is the Mongolian tradition is.
This is a hat that we've been using for a long time. This is our tradition, and we use this on special holidays like Tagasar. It's like Mongolian New Year's. When we greet other people for holidays like Tagasar and New Year's, we have to face the outlinings to the person, so we don't dishonor them. This is how you greeted it.
Yeah. I see that when those children grow up, more likely they will be Mongolian Americans, and hopefully they will do their best, and hopefully they will help back to the Mongolia.
It's really important to still keep in contact with their culture, because it's who you are. It defines who you are. I wouldn't be a Mongolian if I didn't know my culture.
What is Mongolian identity? What is the Mongolian culture is? So we can talk, but we have to show them, we have to let them know how we relate with the name of Mongolia, what is the life in Mongolia.
We do not have any supplies. Just go outside, get Mongolian books or Mongolian textbooks from the store. So therefore we order them from Mongolia.
Students learn more than reading and writing. They get a chance to see the foundations of their culture.
Most Mongolians are nomads. They move around a lot, so the good is easy to break apart. And it has walls which are really strong because they are triangular. And the door is really important because it always faces north. The people inside have to be in a specific position, or not position, sit in a certain place. The mother should always sit next to the fireplace, which is that metal part over there, and the father, who is the owner of the house, should sit in the main area over here, and the guests sit over there, and the kids would sit over here.
Hi.
They will get good educated and become engineers, teachers. And when they go back to Mongolia to visit their family and grandparents or relatives, hopefully they won't need any translators.
In Mongolian, goodbye is baistas.
Hello, world in America.
If you really want to know us, Mongolians say, look to the Gur. This portable dwelling of the Central Asian plains is the cradle of their hospitality and a metaphor for their traditional worldview.
In the nomadic style of living, to be guest or to go into somebody's house, it's quite different than in the urban culture. For instance, if one happened to be in Mongolian steppe and find one another's gear, then there is no need of getting permission to enter in. Even hosts is not there, one can enter and make a food, prepare a meal, and just take a leave. Actual pronunciation is G-H-E-R. It's derived from Sanskrit, the name of ghar, or household. It's a convenient nomadic style of living, made by lattice, covered with sheep wool, easily maintained or construct within half an hour.
So the Gur is a smaller world. So if they can learn many things inside the Gur, it's the same thing in the country, in the world. So for example, when they enters the Gur, and then it's the very specific seats for women or men.
As you know, Mongolia, it's a country of blue sky. We offer this blue sky to our respected guests or friends as a greetings. We hold it like that, and we also offer a blue scarf to the elders on the first day of New Year. It's a sign of respect and goodwill.
Mongolians are very generous. They would give to their guests the best they have in their house, the best food, and they would cook for them the freshest one they have.
Every year we have big wrestling tournaments in which 524 professional wrestlers take part, and out of 524, one big and skillful one becomes champion.
And also there's where the kids sit, and then also there's all this furnitures of the Gur has their own places. So everything is very well organized in the Gur.
Host wouldn't mind in his absence if somebody had come and made a rest. It's a unique culture of Mongolia. And then host usually be happy to have opportunity of helping others. And in return, guests usually leave something like a firewood or bring water from the wells or rivers. It's a sign of return gratitude.
Mongolian Americans are a vibrant, adaptive people with strong ties to the wisdom of the past. But how do members of their community see the future?
I see the Mongolians in America very bright future, because for now we're just trying to adjust with the community, new society, new style of life, but things are improving recently much. We now start getting like Mongolian businesses, Mongolian law firm, Mongolian cultural organizations.
My wishes in the future is all Mongolians in America, they be very free to go back to Mongolia and come to America, and they can teach, can show this good things from American society, American way of life to Mongols there, and also can bring Mongolian culture and language and from Mongolia to here.
Though it's small, it's a fledgling and promising young community which is eager to make its own share to the blending culture of America.
They should appreciate who they are from, and also, even though we are living in different countries, we need to appreciate to this American community that providing us the way they are helping us out. We should appreciate and respect them.
We are going to be members of this multicultural nation, but we are not going to be here like guests. We are going to be members, not just members, but good members of your community.